and welcome back to the JOANN Stitch-Along for Spring 2023. I'm your knitting instructor, Marley Bird. In this video, we are going to take a deeper look into the left side of the Ruana, and we will be completing the left front panel. The great news is that you already know how to complete all of these stitches. You probably just need a better understanding of how the construction is going to work for the opposite side, because we went through pretty deep in how to do it on the right side. Now let's do it on the left side. As always, the instructions are available for you right here online. I've put a link in the video description box right down there below for your convenience. Go ahead and grab that pattern, and while you're down there, smash that like button if you don't mind. All right, let's go ahead, jump down here and take a look. Okay, so this is the schematic for your entire Ruana, and you can see that the left side is more bold because that's the side we're working on. At this point, you've completed the back, you've completed the front. Now we have all of these stitches here left to complete. I've brought in my little gauge swatch again. It's kind of handy. I ripped it back from the last time we were talking back to where we would essentially be if you were working on your own Ruana. So what I have here is I have placed all of the stitches that we would have put on hold back on my needle. No yarn is attached because that's exactly where you're going to be. Your yarn is not attached anywhere. We're going to reattach our yarn, but the question is, where are we going to do that? So let's dive in a little bit deeper. Last time when we talked about the schematic, we were talking about how many stitches we had over here and then how to work up and decrease and so on and so forth. The great news is we can do the same thing for the left side. If you remember correctly, last time over here, we had 79 stitches. We wanted to get down to 72 stitches plus one selvage, which meant these 5 stitches had to go, right? Well, now we have way more than 79 over here, but we know we want to get 79 here. We want to get to 72 there, plus one selvage. We know we also want to decrease 5 stitches there, just like we did over here. But what do we do about that? That's the back of our neck. What are we going to do with all of those stitches? Well, it's really easy, guys. These stitches right here for the back of the neck, those 15 stitches will be placed on a holder. What essentially is going to happen is you're going to take your scrap yarn, you're going to take the 15 stitches that are on, so imagine this is the back of the Ruana. Here is the right front. Here's your left front. All of these were on holder. You're going to put 15 stitches on a holder, and then your remaining stitches here are going to give you your 79. And then we're going to begin shaping just like we did before. Okay, so what will happen, let's simulate this. If this were the left front, let's imagine this goes further. You're going to have your selvage. You're going to work across 4 repeats, right? We know they have 4 repeats, plus your 5 stitches and selvage. So it's actually going to take you into the 6, right? And then all of these stitches here are going to be on a holder. So if you were to think about it, let's just pretend. So we have 1 selvage and then 1 selvage, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1 selvage. We have 3 stitches here. Let's pretend these were the 15 stitches we would put on a holder. They would set aside, and it's at this point we would now continue on working in our pattern. Okay, so we put those stitches on a holder, and then it says the first row of chart 3 is complete because you're going to work across these 79 stitches. With what yarn? What yarn are you going to use? Well, the yarn color we were using on this particular row on the right front side, that's the color we're going to use on this side. So if you remember correctly, I used my cream. So essentially, you guys, I'm just going to grab my cream. And if you remember right, a row 1 is a knit row, and I'm on a right side. I'm on the right side. So I'm just essentially going to continue that row that I left hanging there last time. So I just start knitting with my white yarn, And when it's time to introduce my multicolor yarn or whatever color you're using, you will do the exact same thing you did before. When I get to the end of the row, I now have stitches on a holder for my neck. I have stitches that are ready to go for my left front. I continue on working in my pattern where I work 3 rows even, meaning I don't do any shaping. I just follow along with my stitch pattern as it's established. And then I do my shaping again, only this time it's for the left front instead of the right front. So we're still going to do knit 2-togethers and purl 2-togethers, although you want to make sure that they are happening on the neck edge. Don't do it out here on the sleeve edge. Make sure they're happening on the neck edge. But that's it. That's it. So when I told you, you know what you need to do on this side, I wasn't lying. You know how to do this. It's that easy. So everything that you spent all that time learning in the last section for the right front, we're just reversing it, right? Flipping it so that our shaping is over here on this edge instead of over here. And we're going to work it over here just for those 5 rows. And then you continue on in pattern where you will have the 4 repeats in the center of the selvage stitches on either side. I know, again, I know it's a lot of knitting, but the really great news, you guys, is that after this, you are so close to complete, it's not even funny. The last part of this pattern is just picking up stitches and doing those final edging rounds, which can seem like they take forever, but in the grand scheme of it all, it's pittance compared to what you've already completed. So I hope you're having a great time. I know that as I check in on all of you in the JOANN Stitch-Along group on Facebook, a lot of you are having a great time. There's a lot of you encouraging other people, showing your works in progress, and I mean, I applaud you. I love it. I love seeing the encouragement and the positivity over there. It really is so much fun. And I just know that when you guys finish this Ruana, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, I just want to snuggle up in it. I want to wear it and I want to show it off because it is truly a masterpiece. All right, I'm going to leave you guys to it. Go finish all of that homework. Join me back here for the very last part of the Stitch Along, which arguably is like the easiest part, and you'll get it done in relatively no time. Okay, I'm Marley Bird. This is the JOANN Stitch Along for Spring 2023, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.